Wants to ban socialists and communists from even coming in the country, do like ideological thought screening, wants to expand the Muslim ban, outsource 200,000 jobs, Project 2025. Like,
what's going on, you guys? Today we have Kyle Kulinski exposing Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan's ties to the conservative war machine, how he is getting pressured constantly. I'm playing a clip from the Kyle Kulinski show. Let's dive in.
He, plays up to the crowd and the crowd cheers him. Obviously, the UFC fan base is very right wing. And at one point, Trump went up to Joe Rogan and shook his hand. And Dave Rubin saw this clip, and he's sort of pissed off at Joe Rogan. He sort of goes in against Joe Rogan and basically prods him and scolds him and is like, hey, asshole, you're shaking his hand, you're being all buddy-buddy, but are you going to vote for him? Are you going to endorse him? He's basically like, hey, you're a bitch. Like, you flirt with the right, but you don't actually endorse the right. So anyway, let's watch this, and I'm going to have a lot to say about it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so first, did you catch that last second there? That was him over the weekend shaking hands with Joe Rogan, and big smile from Rogan and everything else. So, like, are you going to tell people, are you just not going to vote for him? Or, look, you could shake hands with somebody and not support them, but, like, what is it that you're not supporting? What is it that you don't think the Republicans are doing better?
God, I love how simple he is, bro. This man has the brain of a toddler. First of all, as you all just saw, it was Trump reached out to Rogan, put his hand out. So what are you going to do? If a former president puts their hand out to shake your... I don't care how... but you could be the biggest hater in the world. You can despise that president. You're not going to walk away. To be fair, that'd be the most gangster shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, that takes some real fucking balls for a former president to put their hand out to shake your hand, and then you're like, peace, bitch, I'm out. But he's not going to cause a scene at UFC and then make the UFC all about him and Trump and not about the fight. Jesus Christ, man. But he's like, you got to support him now, right? You got to support him now, right? Oh, my God. What a simpleton.
Are you going to tell people, are you just not going to vote for him? Or, look, you could shake hands with somebody and not support them, but, like, what is it that you're not supporting? What is it that you don't think the Republicans are doing better?
Okay. I have to weigh in on that one. What do you not like about what he's done, bro? What do you not like about it? This is like now the third segment in the same day that I'm running through this list. I don't know, 91 felonies, fake elector plot, says he wants to terminate the Constitution, destroyed the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, killed the regulations in the predatory payday loan industry, cut taxes for the rich, increased drone strikes over 400%, kept us in Iraq and Afghanistan, randomly and illegally assassinated a top Iranian commander, tried to coup Venezuela, ripped up the Iran agreement, signed a pro-torture executive order, wants war with Mexico, armed Saudi Arabia as they committed a genocide, and then vetoed a bill to stop us arming Saudi Arabia, says he...
And at the end of the day, even though I'm sure Dave Rubin would never actually say that to Joe Rogan's face, I'm sure that puts pressure on him some more. I'm sure that he's going to hear all these different voices, hear all these different audiences coming in, and, and he can say all he wants. Oh, I don't care, but definitely it's hard not to care whenever you're literally surrounded by nothing but people who are fans of Dave Rubin, who are fans of Trump. And yeah, he's going to get bombarded with all these different ideologies that are like, hey, this is why you're afraid to do it, or this is why you're afraid to do it. And he's eventually going to get a chip on his shoulder, as we can see. And he just wants to fit in, as most of these guys in that space do, including Elon Musk, including Trump. And they're all suffering from the same thing of just they're not even fully thinking what they're doing. They're just getting so caught up in the moment.
He wants to ban socialists and communists from even coming in the country, do like ideological thought screening, wants to expand the Muslim ban, outsource 200,000 jobs, Project 2025. Like, what is it, bro, that you don't like about him, bro? Obviously, there's nothing to not like, bro. God, he's been in that right-wing bubble too long, man. His head is lodged firmly up Trump's ass now. And what's so ironic is that during the primary, his head was lodged up DeSantis's ass. And he had all of a sudden, he could see all the criticisms of Trump. Hey, man, that's not quite fair what you're doing over here. Hey, man, that policy's not exactly right. Hey, man, you're not the best one to lead us forward. Now that DeSantis is out of the picture, and DeSantis bent the knee and cucked himself to Trump, now Dave Rubin's right there behind him. Oh, why don't you endorse Daddy Trump? Do it. Do it.
You should say that you are voting for Trump. Like, you do this show, you have an incredible amount of influence. It's admirable, it's honest, it's good, all of that stuff.
I don't think Rogan is going to vote for Trump. I think he's going to vote for RFK. I'm curious. What do you guys think? Post it in the comment section below. If Joe Rogan had to do like a ranked choice voting thing, here's my guess how he would go. RFK number 1, whoever the libertarian candidate is number 2, then probably Trump, then probably... Oh, no, you know what? I take that back because I forgot about Cornell. I'd say RFK number 1. He would do RFK number 1, Cornell West number 2, the libertarian candidate number 3, Trump number 4, then maybe Jill Stein number 5, and Biden last. That's my guess. If he had a ranked choice voting shit, that's my best guess as to how he would do it. I genuinely think he picks RFK over Trump 10 out of 10 times. Because, you know, Rogan was obsessed with all the COVID stuff and all the vaccine stuff, and RFK really reflects what Rogan's beliefs are on that. So for Dave Rubin here to be scolding him, like, just endorse him, bro. Just fucking support him, bro.
You do this show, you have an incredible amount of influence. It's admirable, it's honest, it's good, all of that stuff. But at the end of the road, are you going to not tell people what you're going to do, or are you not going to vote? And what would be really the point of that?
The point of that, Dave Rubin, is that you are explicitly a political show, right? That's what you are. He doesn't view himself like that. Now, I agree that oftentimes he crosses over into that lane, and sometimes...
You guys are enjoying this recap. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.
Sometimes he's purely in that lane when he interviews a politician here or there, or when he talks about politics for 70% of an episode. But he doesn't view himself... He views himself as like, I'm just an apolitical type guy, but I'll give you my opinion if you ask it, and we can talk about political stuff, but I'm largely saying not really my lane. That's how he views himself. It's not like you, Dave Rubin, where your whole thing, politics all day long. Okay, let's keep going.
I can't imagine if I was doing this show every day and you guys didn't know who I was going to vote for, or I was just going to sit out at the end.
There's so much we're learning here. So, Dave, I need you to understand something. For the longest time, you kind of did do that, right? Originally, you were with the Young Turks, and you're like, I'm a progressive, I'm a lefty, and then it became, oh, I don't like how Cenk spoke to Sam Harris, and Sam Harris is being unfairly strawmanned, and so now I'm a classical liberal, but also I'm with Sam Harris on those Muslims being really evil, and I'm going to try to enter that like new atheist sort of lane. So he went from progressive to classic liberal / new atheist. Then he moved on to like centristy. Then he moved on to like libertarian-y. And then finally, it was, you know, the why I left the left thing. And it went from I'm a classical liberal to that basically means I'm conservative to let me suck off DeSantis to let me suck off Trump. That's where, so like there was a whole transition from beginning to end. And by the way, when was he most popular? When he was in that weird middle ground where he would bolster conservative talking points but self-describe as classic liberal, because then his role was, I'm the guy who is a liberal, but I'm going to say you conservatives are right about basically everything. And that's when he got the most eyeballs, because conservatives love to hear that even this guy who self-labels different from me agrees with me because I have so much common sense and I'm right about everything. That's when he was most relevant. Now, the mask is off. He's just doing the MAGA tap dance every day. And in that scenario, nobody gives a fuck what you have to say anymore, dude. Again, I'm going to repeat this question. Why would they want to watch you when they could watch a Ben Shapiro or a Steven Crowder who's been in that lane and repping it from the very...
So there we have it, you guys. We have Joe Rogan getting bullied by Dave Rubin. You know, this, I'm sure, is just the tip of the iceberg because this is all happening in front of our eyes. But who knows what happens behind the scenes? Who knows how much he actually gets pushed around by Joe Rogan. I'm sure that it doesn't stop. He may not even have too many real people in his corner at this point. But hey, you know, does that mean you have to sell out? Not necessarily, but let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. It's another day in the progressive way.